All right. Hi, guys. Happy Monday. Today is November 9th. And today we're going to talk about something that is a huge part of being a coach, and that's overcoming fear. Um, this is something that I know so many coaches struggle with. And it's also something that has the power to either hold you back in your business or propel you forward in your business. So, I think that having this chat and kind of working to reframe the way that we see fear and the way that we react to it will really help you, not just in your business, but just in moving forward in your life and getting outside of your comfort zone. Okay. So, you guys, one thing you've got to realize is if you're not experiencing fear in your business, if you're not coming across things that freak you out, it means you're not doing enough. Okay? Fear is something that should be an indicator for you that this is something that I should do. You know what I'm saying? So instead of looking at fear of doing something in your business as a bad thing, why don't we start to embrace it and really see it as something that is going to help us push forward? Okay. So an absence of concern, an absence of fears, an absence of like any of those feelings really is just a sign that you're not doing enough in your business, you guys. So what you got to remember is that fear is something that's completely controlled up in our brains, right? Nobody else puts fear in our head. It's all 100% created by ourselves. Now, we have the option to either run away from it like most people do. People see fear as a bad thing. They retreat when they come across something that scares them. And really, all that's going to do is keep you inside of your comfort zone. Okay? Fear is what's going to help you push to a new level in your business. If something makes you uncomfortable, if there's something in your business that's freaking you out, instead of looking at it as a bad thing, use it as a red flag that this is something that I need to be doing. Okay? So, an example, are you nervous about reaching out to somebody that you think would be really great in your challenge group, or somebody who maybe is on your timeline and complaining about how they are not having any energy or whatever? And you're thinking, wow, maybe that girl would really love Shakeology, but you're afraid to reach out because you're afraid of what she's going to think or her telling you no or whatever. Instead of taking this feeling of fear and running away from that action, I want you guys to start using this as an indicator to move forward. So if you see that girl on your timeline who is seriously lacking energy and it freaks you, you look at her and you're like, man, she could really probably use Shakeology. But you start to get that scared feeling, your hands get clammy, right? You get a little bit freaked out. You pull up the message, you're typing it out, and you get to hit that enter button and you're freaking scared. You guys, you got to do it. This is what is going to help you in overcoming those fears. You're never going to be able to push past it until you make yourself do it. Okay? So I know that fear might feel real in the moment, right? That moment right before you send that message to somebody, or that moment right before you hit post about that transformation picture or whatever. I know it might feel real when you're experiencing it, but I love this acronym that I've heard about fear. Fear stands for false evidence appearing real. Have you guys heard that before? I'm sure you have. Okay. So what this means is the things that you are afraid of, or the consequences, I guess, of this action that you're afraid of, you guys have to realize that 9 out of 10 times the reaction that you're afraid of isn't even going to happen. It's false evidence appearing real. So let's think about this in terms of coaching. Posting a transformation picture is a great example. So what are the fears that you might have when it comes to posting a before and after picture? People are going to think you're weird. What's going to happen? What are the fears? What's the worst case scenario that's going to come from you posting that? Okay. Now, when you look at this list of all these fears or things that you're afraid are going to happen, false evidence appearing real. You guys, these things that you think in your head are going to happen are not going to happen. And you're going to be able to realize it the minute that you push through your fear and do it anyways. Okay. Fear is totally provoked by emotions, not rational thinking. Okay? Think about, let's just recap that. Fear is provoked by our emotions, not by rational thinking. Okay? So this isn't real, actual like stuff that's happening. This is all just emotions inside of you, which means that you are also able to overcome those fears by just doing the thing that you're afraid of. Okay? So think of it as like a green light. When you come up to a green light, what does that mean? It means go. Versus when you come up to a red light, it means stop. Okay? So when you're coming up to something and you start to feel that fear, it's your green light, you guys. It means you got to go. It means you got to do the thing that you're afraid to do. Okay? That's the only way you're going to push through it. That's the only way it's not going to be scary anymore. I was so incredibly scared the first time that I reached out to somebody about coaching. Okay? I had all these crazy fears. They're going to think I'm weird. They're going to think it's a pyramid scheme. They're going to think I'm trying to sell them something. They're going to tell me no. Blah, 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 blah. All this stuff. Okay? I thought all these things. And I specifically remember I was getting sweaty palms thinking about it. But you guys, when I talked to Lauren and she told me all these things that I'm telling you right now, that this is all in my head and that I needed to just do it, I pressed that send button. And you know what? None of those things happened. She didn't think I was trying to sell her something. She didn't think I was trying to get her in a freaking pyramid scheme. She was like, wow, I never even thought about doing something like this. I'm so surprised that you would even think that I'd be good at it. And I'd be like, girl, of course you'd be good at it. You're freaking positive. I know you're on your health and fitness journey. You would rock as a coach. So all of those things that I was afraid were going to happen just did not happen because it's false evidence appearing real. And that is going to be the exact same situation for you, for anything that you happen to be fearing in your business. Okay? So think about it like a little kid and they're going to bed at night and their parents kiss them goodnight and they're like, wait, mom and dad, the boogeyman. They think there's a boogeyman in my closet, right? All the kids are afraid of the boogeyman. But the boogeyman only exists in the kid's head, right? There's no actual boogeyman in the closet. So what is your boogeyman? Okay? Anything that provokes that fear inside of you guys, it's just like the boogeyman. It's all in your head. Think about it like that. We all know that boogeyman isn't real. We all know that those kids are just creating these crazy thoughts up in your head. And it's the exact same thing in our business, okay? Think about those fears, those things that get you freaked out. Think of it as a boogeyman. It's all up in your head, okay? I'm sorry, I'm going through my notes. Moving forward. So now, how can we learn to overcome fear? How can we get past this? I know that it's like, okay, we got to just do it. But how can we make this easier? Okay, so you guys have to remember this one thing. Time fuels your fears. Okay? Time fuels your fears. So if you remove time from the equation, you don't have the opportunity to let your fear grow. So what do I mean by this? Once again, let's go back to the situation where you're scrolling through and you find your friend who's complaining about how they're so tired during the day and they just are like pounding cups of coffee and they just hate their life, right? Whatever. And you know in your head that that person could probably extremely benefit from Shakeology, maybe some focused energy boost all up in there, right? So instead of sitting and dwelling and thinking, should I reach out to her? I don't know. I know I should. Okay. Well, what am I going to say? Okay, let me sit down. Let me write this. Okay. Okay, I guess I can figure this out. I think I can do it. Oh, I'm freaking out even more, right? Isn't that what happens when you sit and dwell on your fears? It becomes scarier. Isn't that the truth? The more that you wait, the longer that you wait, the more scary it becomes, right? I know that's the truth for me. So instead of letting your fear grow and fueling it with time, instead of letting that happen, you guys, the minute that fear kicks in, squash it. Go do that thing. You see that girl pop up on your news feed who's complaining about energy and you know that she needs Shakeology and it freaks you out to send her that new message. Go do it. It's a green light that you need to go do that thing now. The only way you're going to keep it from engulfing your brain with more fear and more emotions, and it's going to continue to hold you back, is if you continue to let time pass. So when those scary things come up, go boom, I got to go do it. Let me go do it before I even know what's happening and before I can even like take a second to let this fear grow in my head, right? Because honestly, you guys, like that is going to help you move forward so much faster in this business. Majority of coaches, 90% of coaches will sit and let that fear grow and they will let it hold themselves back. Okay. But the successful coaches are the ones that do the thing anyway. They're the ones that squash that fear before it has a chance to manifest itself in your brain. Okay. So instead of letting it sit and dwell and become even bigger in your brain and come up with stupid excuses and stupid irrational situations in your brain or stupid reasons for what you think is going to happen, you guys just squash it. Don't let time fuel your fear and go do it. And I'm telling you, you are going to be so surprised with how much your business is going to propel forward. Hold on one second. I'm going to yell at my husband to grab me my phone or my computer charger. Hold on. Please bring me my computer charger. Sorry, you guys. Please bring me my computer charger. My computer's at 4%. Thank you. Sorry. So you guys, fear doesn't tell you what to do, okay? You cannot let your fear tell you what to do. You tell it what to do, okay? And you can use it as an indicator of the things that you should be doing in your business. So if it freaks you out, that should be an indicator to you that it's something that you got to do, okay? The time is always going to be now, okay? So it is, let me also add that so many times people will say, well, okay, I know I need to send that girl that message about Shakeology, but I don't know. I mean, do I completely know everything about Shakeology? Let me go and like research this and make sure I know everything that's going on. And instead of sitting and trying to prepare and come up with the best answer, you guys, shoot that person a message and just do it. Just go for it. Because you know what? Action is better than sitting and dwelling and preparing and letting somebody else come scoop in and take your dreams right out from under you like the rug, because that's what's going to happen. I don't know if it's ever happened to you guys before, but that's happened to me. Talking to somebody and I just was like, this happened more so at the beginning of my business, but I'd be talking and I just didn't want to pull the trigger and invite somebody, even though I know they would be great. And I just didn't do it. And then by the time things rolled around, that person's like, well, actually, I just joined a gym and I just started that. So I think I'm going to do that for a little while and see how it goes for me. How many times has that happened to you guys? It's happened to me before. It's because I sat on my fears and I let it go by too long. I let that time come in and just totally take it away from me. Okay. So there's nothing really that you can do to overcome your fears except for action. Action is the number one thing that's going to stomp out those fears. Time is what's going to fuel it, and action is going to squash it. Okay. And I really think that if you start to just change your mindset about fear, it will be so much easier for you to overcome these things, right? So for me, now I'm at the point in my business where if there's something that freaks me out, I immediately know that it's something I got to do. A great example is when Carly told me when I went down and visited her and she was like, you know what? I think you should speak on stage at Huntington Beach Super Saturday. I was like, what? I've never talked to that many people before. Like that's freaks me out. But I knew in my head, I was like, ding, ding, ding. It freaks you out, Alexa. That means you got to go do it. Right? Everything now that freaks me out, it actually is just like a green light to me. It's an indicator that it's something that I got to do. Okay. So another great example, business opportunity webinars. You know, I just did one last week. I remember the very first time I did that, I was so incredibly nervous and scared to get up there and share my story. And I was like, I'm going to mess up. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't do it. I'm just going to I need some time. And once again, time fuels your fear. So if there's something that's freaking you out, instead of letting time go by and your fear grow, you know what? Set a date to do a business opportunity webinar this week. Make yourself do it, because I swear that is what's going to help you overcome that fear faster. That's what's going to put you a step ahead of all the people that are not willing to overcome their fears. They're not willing to do the action. Most people, large majority of people, use their fear as an indicator of something bad or wrong. But you guys, you're not most people, are you? You've all got big goals and big dreams and big things that you need to do, right? We don't have time to be messing around and letting our fears grow. I don't got time for that. I don't have time for my fear to take over my life and grow and keep me from my dreams, okay? So action is the number one thing that's going to help squash those fears. Time is the one thing that's going to help them grow. And it's better to fail by doing, I love this quote, it's better to fail by doing than to fail by over preparing while someone else walks in and scoops up your dreams. I love that. Okay. So I want you guys to list out all the things that you're afraid of, all of those fears, and realize that the moment that you start to go through and check those things off and do all the things that freak you out, you're going to become a more strong person. You're going to become 10 times more confident. You're going to become a stronger, better coach. Great example. I don't know if you guys saw, I posted last week in the team page about the video that I did back almost 2 years ago. I was a brand new Emerald coach, and I did this video about, how I was so excited to quit my job and where I wanted to go and my vision for my business. You guys, like, I don't know if you guys have watched that, but it's like night and day different how I speak, how I talk on team calls. I was so not confident. I was scared. I was like, I know that I want to do this, and I've got some things that I want to do. And I watched that. I was laughing at myself. I'm like, who would listen to this girl? But it's because I'm more confident now because I keep doing the things that freak me out. Okay. And the more confident you are, the more you're going to just attract the right people to you. All right. The more happy and confident out there you are, you're just going to continue to be a magnet for people that want to join you. Okay. Confidence is like one of the biggest things that's going to help you in your business. And the only way that you're going to gain that confidence is action and overcoming your fears. Okay. So hold on. Let me skip. I had one more thing. Oh, okay. Here's another great quote. The person who takes actions on their fears will be the person who advances the most. Wow. Boom. Right there. Right. Let other people succumb to their fears and their anxieties. We have shit to do. We have a job, which is to help inspire as many people as possible to live healthy, seek their passion, and fire away at their goals. Let other people succumb to their fears. Because you know what? We don't have time for that. We've got people to help, okay? The person who takes action on their fears will be the person who advances the most. So think about that too. Do you want to be that person that advances the most? Do you want to move your business forward as fast as you can? Then you've got to take as much action on those things that freak you out as possible, okay? Because that's the only way you're going to continue to get outside of your comfort zone and move forward, okay? Fear has the possibility to immobilize people if you let it. If you let it, okay? But just remember, it's all up in your head. We all have fears too, you guys. I still to this day have so many things that freak me out. Please don't look at me and think that, oh, well, she just doesn't have any fears anymore, or I'm just fearless. Okay. I might seem that way. You guys, it's not that I don't have fears. I don't have things that freak me out. I always will have things that freak me out. But the thing is now I use that as an indicator to move forward. I don't let it immobilize me. I don't let it consume my brain. I've totally reframed how I see fear, and I use it as a good thing. I use it as like my navigation. If it's something that freaks me out, I got to go do that thing then. I got to go take action. You know what I'm saying? So it's not that I don't have fears. I totally do. But instead of letting them like bring me down, you guys, I embrace them. Okay. If you allow fear to hold you back, you're going to lose energy. You're going to lose momentum. You're going to lose confidence. And all of those things are not conducive to a successful coaching business. Now, is it? We need energy. We need confidence. We need momentum 100%. Okay. So that means that you've got to make sure that you're doing the things that freak you out. You're pushing through your fears every single day. Otherwise, they're going to grow and they're going to continue to hold you back from your greatness. Another great quote, if you give your fears oxygen, they will grow. Eat your fear. Okay. Don't feed it. Eat your fear. Don't feed it. I love that. Use it to help you realize what you need to be doing in your business. Use it as your green light, you guys. Okay. So some things that I want you guys to do tonight. Okay. I want you to think of what your 3 biggest fears are in your business. Okay. After we get off this call, think about this. What are your 3 biggest fears in your business? And write them down. Okay. And then I want you to go through and write down all of the people that you have been afraid of contacting, that you know could use your help in some way. I know we've all got those people. And for whatever reason, you haven't reached out to them, but you know that they would be great as a coach on your team, or you know that they could benefit huge from Shakeology or being a part of your challenge group. We all have those people. I want you to write their names down and be honest with yourself about this, okay? You're only cheating yourself by not doing this, okay? This isn't for me. I'm not your teacher. I'm not your boss. I don't need you to turn this in for me. This is all for you. So I know it will freak you out, you guys. I know writing these names down is going to freak you out because you're going to know what I'm going to say, right? I'm going to tell you to go shoot all those people a message. And I know it's scary, but what did I just talk 20 minutes about? If it's scary, it means you got to do it, right? Okay. And so what's something that you learned about fear tonight? I want you to write that down too. Something new that you learned or different mindset change that you had about fear, okay? But more than anything, you guys, this is all a mindset thing. It's something that we can control. It's something that we can change. We can either use fear to hold us back, or we can use it to our advantage. Advantage. Using fear to your advantage? What? What does that mean? Using it as a green light in your business and telling you what you got to do. That's what I did. The moment that I saw how overcoming my fears and pushing through them and using it as my indicator is what really helped me pick up that momentum, like I said. Because once you overcome that fear and you just do it, you are going to feel awesome. You're going to be like, squashed you. Done. You're not going to control me. And what are you going to want to do? You're going to want to control, or not control, you're going to want to squash your next fear. And you're going to want to move on to the next thing. And before you know it, you guys, your confidence is going to rise. Your momentum is going to grow. Your energy level is going to raise. And I'm telling you right now that all of those things together is a recipe for success for you and your business. Okay? So all of that being said, do you guys have any questions about fear, questions, comments, anything that you want to share? It was pretty brief, but I feel like I packed a lot into that 25 minutes that we've got. So do you guys have anything that you want to ask or touch on or anything? I'm going to put it on gallery view. Anyone? No? Okay, great. Well, I'm going to stop the recording. So thank you to all of you guys who watched the recording, and I hope you get out there and squash all of your fears.